In Congress, July 4th, 1776, a declaration by the representatives of the United States of America.
Felt very cool to have, like, especially at a historic square and in such a historic town like Savannah.
Like, if you close your eyes, you could really vision, like, maybe being in the office and seeing it for the first time and then wanting to rush outside and show the people
that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
So I think it is vital that we, in our generation, can pass on to the next generation what sacrifices were made and what the vision was for our constitutional republic in order for it to survive and continue.
It's a great way to highlight Georgia's involvement in the American Revolution. So we often hear about those larger events that happen in the North and less so about things happening in places like South Carolina and Georgia. So to see that we as a city and as a state were involved very early on and what was going on during that time, I think is very important.
I thought it was actually really entertaining. I liked that instead of just someone up there reading the Declaration, they tried to make it fun for us and have us engaged in it.
I thought he was very passionate in his speaking, and I thought that was really cool. And his, obviously, costume was very cool, very accurate.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The words to me that stuck out were, all men are created equal, because even though history and some people's ideals don't always show that, honestly true that all of us are born equal and that maybe some people's ideals are different than others, but we still all have like the same chances of everything else.
The Declaration of Independence is not some event that happened 250 years ago. That the American Revolution is not some remote event that happened 2.5 centuries ago. It is a living, breathing idea. It's an idea that lives in each and every one of us. It's an idea that compels us to continue to push the boundaries of human freedom.
When you were able to not only walk in their footsteps, but to hear their words, that is done in such a way that you can really put yourself in their shoes and consider what they were going through. That makes history so powerful.
So Archibald Bulloch met that day with the council, read the Declaration of Independence to them. He came out into Reynolds Square where he read it again to a smaller crowd, and then with a procession of soldiers and citizens, he marched into Johnson Square where he read it for a third time to a larger crowd in front of a Liberty pole. So that it's sort of this defining moment in very early Savannah.
So my hope is by coming here today, when they go home, they will tell their parents, they'll tell their siblings, they'll say, I was there upon the 250th anniversary, and I have a part of this. Because the story is still being written. And so we can remember the past, remember the story that brought us to this moment, but also to have that responsibility, that ownership, and that personal connection with the words of the Declaration of Independence that still ring true today.
We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Huzzah! 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 May God save these United States!